On EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, that 380! Yeah, right there, 54 back. Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run! Shoot! 380!
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Michel. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. It's a foot race, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guy... Set up shot at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on. Here,
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
check 26, check 26.
From the 27, Brady. Caught by the tight end, Watson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Michel. They find some open field here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs. In order to get some rest.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady gives to Michelle. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. On 3rd down, Michelle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swung and stopped them for almost no gain.
This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Michelle. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Check. Lucky.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
80 weapon.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Shedding through the defense. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Devin McCourty brings him down. Now that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 2-11 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So in playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big run that time by Henry, and even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
And 12 at the 23-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They snap it to Tannehill. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script play.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw is Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Powers through again. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the route is on here in this first half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. 29.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, 76 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check it, reload. Hey, wahoo! Watch the ship. Hey, go bandit!
Shotgun now for Brady. And he fires one incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. That'll bring up second down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. On the ground, Michel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, set 380. Let's go on. No, 66. I got him. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, me and you all day. Hey, check it.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
65, 65. Check it. Check 50. Regular.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so.
Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Get that ball. Joker. Check 3. 5.
Henry running right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Ready?
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way down, and that's caught inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now the big play has him all the way inside the... Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dante Hightower leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets... Back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Tljsr2live brought him down. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Ready up. 54, right there, right there. 6-6, pull it high. His team showed up. Deep rim.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Blue draw Corkers.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
72.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Brady now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 26 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. Line 54. Let's go. Let's go. Tight off. Let's go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
And we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Michelle. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Brady. And a throw there going to be incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Daquan Jones. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. Check. Watch 54. There's a party now. Shoot.
A first down carry for Henry. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
80 weapons. Hey, Haywood.
Let's get off the field.
Now Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, tight. Check 52. Check safety.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And it's Michel once again. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st down, Brady, he continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, Alabama. Just like that.
From the gun, it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And the busy night for Henry continues. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. John Simon, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brings up 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working.